Well, all this week we've been looking back at the changes, chants, and cheers of 2011, and tonight that includes some of the crime stories of the past year. Whether it was a shooting, a standoff, or illegal drugs, each of these crime-related events caught our attention and that of the local law enforcement. One of the biggest crime stories of the year took the life of a Fond du Lac police officer. On March 20th, Officer Craig Burkholz was shot and killed during a 6-hour standoff. The gunman was James Cruxon.
All the evidence suggests it was a result of a man having an emotional break under the influence of his emotions.
Investigators say Cruxon sexually assaulted his girlfriend before the standoff. This is part of a voice message that investigators say he left for her.
What did you expect was going to happen? This is all your fault. I should have killed you. You deserve to die.
Authorities say from inside this home, Cruxon shot at officers and eventually killed himself. Officer Ryan Williams and his police dog were also injured in the incident. In April, Grand Chute police dealt with an armed robbery at a movie theater. An employee called authorities telling them he'd just been robbed by 2 men with guns wearing ski masks.
The victim was still inside the building, still tied up, so obviously our first concern was to extract the victim from the building.
29-year-old Cornelius Carolina was arrested on Easter Sunday. He was eventually convicted of the crimes. Police have not found the second suspect.
I would like to apologize to the victims and their families. I broke the trust all of you had in me, and I caused all of you a lifetime of pain, sadness, stress, and anger.
That's Ryan Zellner speaking in early May at his sentencing. He's the former teacher and coach who was convicted of having inappropriate sexual relations with several former female students. One victim took the stand that day.
I still see his face in a crowd, and I still see his black Jeep following me everywhere.
The judge sentenced Zellner to 15 years in prison. In early October, an Omro mother was sentenced for causing the death of her son.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be my best for Ricky.
Kayla Westenberger admitted to the judge that she was drunk and high when she drove into the Fox River. Her 8-month-old son was strapped into a car seat in the back of the vehicle. The judge sentenced her to 10 years in prison. Also in October, Green Bay authorities arrested 3 men for trying to sell an illegal drug that was new to the area. It's called KHAT. K-H-A-T, and it's a shrub that's leaves are generally chewed by users. The drug is in the same category as LSD and heroin.
It's very concerning for me that these drugs would be getting out in the community, that these drugs could be going out to the schools and getting into our schools.
Late in October in Manitowoc County, a fatal traffic crash killed 3 members of the same family.
We'll never forget him, we'll never get over it.
Authorities say the driver, 43-year-old Becky Hawley, was drunk at the time. And in November, she was officially charged for those crimes. Her 6-year-old son was also in her van and suffered severe injuries from that crash.